This is TWiT.
We're in an interesting situation right now, though, I think, in technology, where it looks like, and maybe this is always the case, because, you know, just as fish aren't aware of the water, we're not aware of our, you know, limited scope. It looks like companies like Google and Facebook have gotten to the point where they can't fail. They can't wear out. They can't, there's no business cycle applicable to them.
I don't know. I think they're, in both of those cases, you're looking at firm. They're not going to.
History would tell you that.
They're not going to fail. They're into the gradual decline. You know, this is sort of into the nursing home.
But there's not going to be
years.
another Google coming along, another search engine coming along. There's not going to be another Facebook coming. Just as Facebook destroyed MySpace, nobody's going to come along and destroy Facebook. Or is
I'm trying personally.
I disagree.
I don't know. You probably don't know this because you're not on Facebook, but but I'm doing this. I'm quitting Facebook slowly. So in July, I'm quitting.
That's called not quitting.
Yeah.
I might add.
No, I did that with drinking for ages.
Yeah, right. I'm still working on it. No, but it's like Walt Mossberg. 4 days after I wrote this big post about why I'm doing it, said, "Oh, I don't want to convince anybody else."
He quit, didn't he?
He did. But I want to convince everyone to get off Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, because they're just
I've already done that.
Horrible. I know you've done it. And
I tried to. So I bought the Facebook portal devices.
You were the one.
I was the one. No, because I had to. I thought, well, it's good to review it anyway.
They're
and
not,
actually,
they're
very
not talking
good.
about unit sales either.
If they weren't tied to Facebook, I think they'd be pretty remarkable.
Yes.
The problem is I can't get my money back. I've written to them. They said 30-day money back. That 30 days has passed. I wrote to them. They said, okay, fine. Why do you want to get rid of it? I said, because I don't like you or something. and I sent them the invoice. Said, we need to see your order. I sent them, and then I never heard from them again. And now I realize it's because I don't have a Facebook account. I'm caught in some weird.
That is not. They have a shadow profile on you that's a mile long.
I know. They know who I am.
They know
It's
where
not,
you are right now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
so why can't I get my money back?
because they don't want to.
No.
They'd rather
We
have your
sold
money.
a pair of them, and we're not giving your money back.
It's a lot more profitable just to
keep
put
the
you
money.
through and
Well, anybody wants a Facebook? See, it's
So-
no
no,
good
I
to me
think-
because I don't have a Facebook.
Suddenly they have no data on you.
But you see,
like
I
you're
think-
the only person in the world that have data on.
I think Facebook.
Yeah, all of a sudden they can't find you,
Yeah.
Leo. I don't know.
We don't know who this guy
Well,
is.
Who are you? You're not on Facebook.
Can I
I
touch
don't know.
on why Google could struggle, if not fail, but struggle? And one thing that people don't keep tabs on is every quarter Google reports earnings, and they show off two numbers that are very important. One is the number of paid clicks they've had, always goes up. And they also show the cost per click for those paid clicks, which goes down.
Yeah.
Because they're driving more mobile clicks from search over time, which is good for them, but they're worth less per click. And so eventually there will come a day in which the price per click goes down
They actually
still.
pay you if you click something.
Maybe. That's taboola, I think. That's how that works. But there's a time which these curves no longer work in Google's favor and doesn't actually generate revenue growth. At that point in time, they'll be where Apple is now, still hugely profitable, still doing very well, but not the same engine that they were before. And that's going to change the corporate culture, how they approach product development.
So I have a
That's
very
business.
simplistic point of view, which is, well, nobody can duplicate their search engine. But you're making a very accurate point that that's not their revenue source. The revenue source is
paid clicks.
paid clicks. And of course, I think Google realizes it because there's a frenzied search for the next big thing at Google. I mean, that's clearly a big deal for them.
Nest, Verily, the cloud thingy, the drones,
Waymo,
and whatever.
The whole alphabet structure.
Right.
Yeah. But you see, I think Facebook's problem is that it won't, get overtaken immediately, but it's being cut off from both the bottom and the top. Younger people aren't going to Facebook. They're actively
It's a huge
deleting.
problem for them.
They're deleting their accounts, and okay, they're going to Instagram, which Facebook happens to own, but that's not going to work anymore because Facebook isn't going to be allowed to buy up the competition in the same way that it used to.
They're not?
No.
Who's going to stop them?
The regulators. Facebook has pissed off so many people in Congress at the moment.
That's true.
That they are.
I think we should have a
going to
test
face
case.
a very tough time on it.
Facebook
They'll be
buys
pissed off
something.
until
Let's see what
Facebook starts
happens.
writing checks.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not sure that
there
they're
is
gonna,
that.
Wait,
But
the test
also-
cases. Oh, sorry.
But also at the upper end of the scale, and this is something I noticed because my parents are on Facebook, or my parents were on Facebook.
Well, you use it
but
to
when
keep in touch with people in the UK.
which I do. But I'm seeing a lot of the older generation with the privacy stuff that's been coming out now. I kind of like, you know what? I was fine with just email, and they're downgrading their accounts. The app in particular, my mum took the app off her phone, and a bunch of her friends did because they were worried that it was listening to them. And
So
I
they're
told
that
them
aware.
it didn't happen, but
No, actually. It may not have been listening to them, But we're now seeing a number of stories that even
there's
if you,
data correlation, but the idea that there would be you
these
could
shadow profiles are
surreptitiously
very
be
real.
listened on. It's
Data correlation is not something I want to have happen on my phone without my permission, I feel. But I agree with this entirely. Getting
That's
off
interesting
Facebook
though, that they're that aware. Is that because of you?
They do read my copy, yes. So I don't know if every 80-year-old is doing it, but I mean, a lot of they said themselves they've had a massive number of people deleting the app, and that's really going to hurt them long term.
And I have an alternative, but why don't you go first and then...
Oh, I was just going to say my mom is the most active Facebook user in my family, and she's the least tech savvy. So, I
Maybe
mean,
that's
that's not the demographic you want if you want a cool product that will persist long term.
Well, but if what you
mom's
want
awesome,
is to sell advertising, there is a case to be made for a less tech-savvy audience. I was told at Tech TV that we don't want tech-savvy people because they don't buy brands. They search for the best product at the best price. We don't want that.
No.
Give me an impulse
idea.
Give me an impulse buyer who doesn't know what they're doing.
Honestly, I don't know about Facebook, but Instagram, one of the reasons I got off is because I made so many impulse buys on Instagram.
Yeah.
You do buy stuff.
I bought Instagram underwear. I bought Instagram everything.
Their advertising is amazing. It's
It
so
really
accurate.
works.
They know exactly what I want. It's like...
So
Kinda
honestly,
You see, I make a point if I see an advert on Facebook, I deliberately don't buy via Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just like me being bloody minded.
That's why they don't like people like you.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.